So we all know the SMGs in Phantom Forces. They're a decent class, kind of in between an AR and a carbine. I think I found by far the worst SMG in all of Phantom Forces, and it's the PB Bison. Now, the reason I say this is because even though it has pretty good damage, pretty low recoil, decent fire rate for its class, it also has decent sized magazine. It just is awful in practice, and I don't know why. It's just completely terrible in practice, and I honestly, I don't know why. Remember throughout the course of the video, this is my opinion, and you guys don't need to freak out in the comments. But if you're going to freak out in the comments, do it because it boosts my engagement. Thanks, bye. So let's take a deep dive into what makes the Bison tick. So it does 34 damage out to 50 studs, then drops down to 19 at 100 studs. Now that's not bad damage, but at 700 RPM, it's really not the best, and it feels super sluggish to use. Not to mention, it also has a walk speed of 8.4, or aiming walk speed of 8.4, and a 14 weapon walk speed, which isn't great. It's not great. It's not terrible. Could be better. It has a 1.1 torso multiplier and a 1.4 headshot multiplier, which is pretty standard among all weapons in TF, so that makes nothing special. With its default ammo, it has 53 rounds in the mag, which is a really weird number. But it's pretty big, and overall it's just not that fun to use, and I love SMGs and carbines are my absolute favorite, so I don't know why this gun just doesn't work. Well, I do know. It's because the damage is low for its fire rate. When guns will have higher fire rate and higher damage, it just doesn't make sense. A gun I like to compare it to is the Uzi, which is known for its slower fire rate at 600, so 100 less, but does 1 more damage and has a higher headshot multiplier. So this gun encourages you to go for the head, and it has a niche. While the Bison is just a higher unlock, but worse overall stats, so there's no point in using it. Now, this does come into the issue where if you use this logic, well, all higher rank guns should be better than lower rank guns, and not necessarily. But if you're going to have a gun like the Bison, you should at least be able to balance it properly compared to other guns in its class like the Uzi. Now, the thing about the Bison is that it really hasn't been touched in forever. I'm also playing with terrible ping, so that's why everyone is floating. And this gun just doesn't feel good in any practical sense. It just feels slow. A rank 600, excuse me? 616. I'm clipping that. That's wild. How do you play Phantom Forces for that long? I'm a Phantom Forces YouTuber, and I can't see myself getting to rank 616. That's mental to me. Someone having that massive respect. Clap. Let's get W's in the chat for this guy. Like this, that's just wild. So what makes the PB Bison bad as a summary? A mixture of not good damage ranges and a low fire rate make it so that it's really not competitive with the other SMGs. If I had to rate it out of 10, I'd give it a solid 4 out of 10, and I'm sure there are people out there that can go insane with the Bison, but as just a general rule, it is not the best. The best SMG, in my opinion, is the Chris Vector because it's so fun and easy to use. But of course, people will disagree with that. This is my opinion, of course. But anyway, thanks for watching this shorter video. Hope you guys like it. Like, subscribe. See you next time. Peace.